Hi, it's been a while. For the last few years, I've been living in Japan, and I thought I would be making content about living in Japan and traveling and stuff, but you know, things have happened. Not to mention, I was really busy because I was working two jobs behind the scenes in content creation for both businesses and YouTubers. But unfortunately, my time in Japan has come to an end because at the end of last year, I was laid off by both my jobs. So, if you clicked on this video thinking, but Liberty, why would you leave Japan? It's so cool and hip and everything awesome. I would be like, you sure? Not to say that Japan was bad. I really enjoyed my time there, but ultimately, I think this was a very personal decision for me. But I'm here to give you a few reasons as to why I logically decided to leave Japan upon losing my jobs. Reason number one, very practically, it was the end of the fiscal year, and I'm already having to jump through hoops just to file my taxes for 2022. And I thought that if I got out by the end of the year, by December, it meant that I would have fewer things in the future that would sort of be lingering that I needed to take care of. Reason number two, also very practically, I knew that I had job opportunities back here. Back here being I'm in Los Angeles, which is my hometown. And because I was already here traveling and meeting people, I knew that I had a lot of opportunities with a lot of really cool people that I didn't want to lose. And so, just very practically, I'm doing work that I really enjoy now still. I am actually doing a couple of jobs I'm really excited about and working with a lot of people that I love, so might talk about that more in the future. Reason number three, and I would say this is mostly personal to me, but quite frankly, I found Japan to be very lonely and very isolating socially. I do have quite a few friends over there. Hi, if you're watching this, there's nothing wrong with you. It is just Japan as a society is incredibly homogenous and very socially conservative. And so I found that sort of no matter the good friendships I was forming with people, I still just generally feel like people are closed off and I wasn't able to make new connections all the time. And even more personally, I really struggled to date in Japan. Like, nothing ever really worked out for me. I don't even mean in the literal sense that, like, relationships didn't last that long. Just, frankly, I was not meeting people I was interested in or thought that I could connect to. Okay, reason number four, and don't yell at me for this, is just, frankly, I don't like Japan that much. Given all of the loneliness and isolation that I felt, there's also just a lot of problems with Japan. It's a very conservative society, both politically and socially. There's a very harsh corporate culture, which I unfortunately suffered some of the consequences of. And just frankly, the economy has been really, really bad this last year, forcing a lot of people into some amount of economic suffering. Most people I know will tell you it's an absolutely amazing place to visit, like one of the best, but it is just extremely tough to live in, especially for the long term. Like I was saying with the social isolation, you just never fit in, sort of, no matter how hard you try. And even on a practical level, Japan doesn't give people who were not born in Japan very many options to do well over there. It's incredibly tough. Reason number five, I never really intended on living there forever. You know, I think people have phases in their lives, and when I moved to Japan, I was 22. I knew nothing about the world, and I was still trying to find myself. And I was looking for that sort of thing that would, like, force me to come out of my shell and, like, to actually figure out what it was that I wanted out of life. I had never lived anywhere else, and I honestly barely even traveled until I moved. And so for me, as one of my former professors would say, I lit the fire under my own ass to sort of get me going in life. And now that I think I've gained a ton of experience, not just in work or in like practically how I live my life, I am a completely different person now. And I feel that my time in Japan has served me really well. It's just coming to an end now. I do technically have the connection to Japan that I'm half Japanese. And so you may say that I might have a easier time than other expats trying to fit in. But I've always imagined myself living different places and going on different adventures. So, I think the world was telling me that getting laid off by my jobs was it's time for the next adventure now. So, yeah, those are my reasons. As for what I'm doing now, I mentioned I'm still working behind the scenes in content creation, and I may be talking about those things in the future. I'm certainly still traveling a lot, and I'm really excited about all the things that we have going on this year. But really, I think for the moment, I'm just trying to figure out what life is like in America again. It's been a few years, and a lot of things have changed a lot, as you can imagine. And before moving away, I literally never lived by myself. And so that alone is a big adventure for me, especially as I'm a working professional now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to stick around with me on this crazy new adventure, I'd love to have you. Please stay. I will definitely actually be posting more on here because I now am not stressed and have the time. So please, I hope to bring you lots of interesting stuff, maybe talking about my past experiences, maybe talking about more travel, maybe talking about what I do for work. So please, stick around. I already know what my next video is going to be about. It's going to be about touring life and living out of a suitcase for the past 6 months because I've been doing that with the move. But yeah, I'll see you around on the web. Bye for now.